Okay, good evening once again, ladies and gents. Gex carrying on with this great little game, which I'm really getting into, called Gone Home. And in the previous part, we arrived back at the house and found that there was, well, apparently nobody about, and we're sort of piecing together the life of the family and seeing what's sort of going on, really. So yeah. Anyway, so we've explored a few rooms already down there and in there, and it looks like the dad's having a bit of, or was having a bit of trouble regarding his kind of book writing thing. But anyway, we're going to have a little look around here and see what we can find. TV listing. Friday. Family. X-Files. X-Files. Freaking love X-Files. Remember, this is set, 95. Oh, when that was back on, actually on TV. Oh my god, there's quite a few things on here that are awesome, in my opinion. Really kind of key things I used to watch when I was growing up. Boy Meets World, amazing. Notice there's only a few channels, by the way, because it was back then. Chinatown. Is that the actual film, I wonder? Possibly. But that was awesome. Mantis. Diagnosis Murder, of course. Yeah, X-Files is amazing. Oh, Labyrinth. Labyrinth, is that the film? The amazing David Bowie, Jim Henson film? I wonder. And Hanging with Mr. Cooper. God, I remember that when I was a kid. American Girl. Oh, Red Dwarf! Oh my god, as if did they have Red Dwarf on TV over there? Jesus, that's one of my favourite all-time series. I've got that and X-Files complete sets on DVD. Actually, I need to get X-Files back from Sam. I lent it to her at work, and I need to get that back at some point. But anyway, Mork and Mindy. Oh, yes. Robin Williams. Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah, of course. RoboCop. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yeah, there's several of those that I recognised. Bloody hell. That is such a blast from the past. Some classic shows there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Yeah, the good old VHS tapes. I should probably... There we go. Put it back on the counter so it doesn't get mashed up. Distinctive looking red book there. I can't... Anthropologist. Okay, I don't know what... Nurse. So somebody's got medical kind of books by the looks of it. I could just see something about nurse. Oh, there we go. The Andromeda Strain, that's a good film. Do like that indeed. Airplane, Moonraker. Airplane's awesome. Good old Leslie Nielsen. Although I did prefer the Police Squad, Police Squad ones, and Naked Gun, of course. Moonraker I thought was terrible. Well, I like some Bond films, not that one. Beetlejuice, nice. RoboCop, quite. Blade Runner, awesome film. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? JFK, another JFK stuff. Oh, and there's loads of X-Files VHSs. And I used to actually have X-Files like that taped onto VHSs. Back in the day. Time Machine. And Clue? I don't know what Clue is. Fantastic Voyage and Top Gun. Ghostbusters. Oh, there we are. Labyrinth. Yeah, it is Labyrinth. Jim Henson classic. There we go. Not quite as good as Dark Crystal or Neverending Story, but good nonetheless. And Clash of the Titans. That'll be the original. That won't be that khaki remake. That'll be that proper original with the really ropey CGI. Oh my god. That was amazing. I used to love that good old, the kind of weird Caliban-y thing, but yeah, and Release the Kraken and all that. Kakar. Oh, that's awesome. That's made my day. Okay, so this will probably, Sam's, Samantha Greenbrier. Grade 2, so it's something she wrote when she was about the kind of age that I teach, actually, being an actual teacher. The Heaven at the Edge of the World. So you learn to kind of read these worlds. Anyway, story... Excuse me. The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Allegra looked off... Allegra? What a weird name. Looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Good use of exclamation marks there. I like it. Someday she would... Actually, I've got to say, that writing's pretty good. I wish all the kids in my class could write like that. I tell you, she's got capital letters in the right places, or mostly in the right places. Pretty good spelling. Yeah, not bad at all. If I had my red pen, I'd probably give her... I don't know, 3A or 3B for that. Anyway, someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." She's even got the right version of 2 as well. I know plenty of adults that get those mixed up. The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no Oh, she's Paradise. No, interesting, because she spelled Paradise... Didn't she? Yeah, she spelled it correctly there, but she's misspelled it there. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar. Captain Allegra. That probably sounds more Cornish than anything. Anyway, Captain Allegra yelled back. Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile? Now, obviously she spelled that wrong, but that would be a very difficult word to spell, and I'm not sure she would use that. But anyway, the first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar," again spelt wrongly. The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. Very good indeed, though, very good indeed. Nice, I like it. Captain Allegra, that's a really weird name, though, I'll say. So we looked at that, didn't we? Oh, more videos. More X-Files, nice. Oh, hello. 2001. Oh, the Dark Crystal! Oh, that's awesome! Jim Henson's finest work, in my opinion. I love that film. Those Skeksis used to terrify the cack out of me when I was younger. Bloody hell. They were really, really horrific. Like rotting vultures. I wonder what was plugged in. Oh, actually, the VCR's gone. That's odd. Yeah, the VCR should be there, except there's just the cables. How odd. Somebody's had a feast. Alright, here we go. Ty Terry and... Oh, okay, that's just the thing that he was... I suspect he was supposed to be writing a review of it. Yeah, for Hi-Fi Aficionado magazine, as it said. Okay, I think we're about done in here, actually. I love this whole... just kind of like wandering about and finding out about what people are up to and stuff. Oh, hello, actually, and he spoke too soon. What's... Oh, oh, that's cool. Somebody's made like a kind of... like a safe... den, like a den out of the cushions. That's pretty cool. Hauntings and poltergeists. Quite like that cover, actually. Quite cool. Find out the truth behind pagan ancestors. Nice. Okay, so somebody, possibly Sam, is quite keen on the old Dr. Jitters. That's hilarious. Is quite keen on the old sort of ghosts and supernatural and occult and all that sort of thing. That's amazing that they've actually bothered to write that all out, and it looks like it's got the correct ingredients and everything. Potassium benzoate is a bit. That's amazing. God, they've put some effort into this. Wow, really impressed. Really, really, and loads of LPs stacked up, of course. Really, really impressed with this game so far. They've put so much detail, and the way you sort of slowly, as I say, piece it all together. Amazing. Amazing, as Francis York Morgan would say. United States Department of Agriculture. Okay. Oh yeah, because the mum works for the Forestry Commission type thing, doesn't she? So that will be for that. Fair enough. Okay, this is a bit of an eerie room. What the hell? Oh. Okay, so this is their sort of mini library, if you like. Somebody's going to trip on that, anyway. Right, hang on, let's see. World history. Oh, keep pushing that button. There we go. And this is... reproductive system worksheet. Samantha Greenbrier, 94. Below are 2 stories. The events are all out of order. Alright, okay, so it's just a lesson about writing in chronological order. Fair enough. Let me just take a gulp of tea before I start reading this. Okay, so A is just about the menstrual cycle. Travel to the fallopian tube. Okay, so A is just basically a list of bullet points as to what happens, and B... Okay, B's a bit more interesting. B's almost like a kind of first-person account of what happens. But it's talking from the point of view of the sperm. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, interesting. Oh god. Okay. I did warn you there was going to be a lot of reading in this, so as I say, if this is too slow for you, then do feel free to check out something else. But I'm really getting into this, so I'm going to carry this on. The menstrual cycle, a novella. The early morning of September the 1st, 1939. Okay, interesting. She set it in the past. Essa Glatz. Is that Glatz? Stares out of the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wilem in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. What? Okay, that's rather bizarre. It feels a bit shoehorned, that, anyway. Esther's train approaches its destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. Oh, right, okay. It looks like she has got basically no interest in doing this, so she's just written her own kind of story. And because she's had to include facts from here, she's just kind of put them in like as best she can. I see. That's okay. I see. So she's more into it. So that magazine we found in the toilet about writing stuff is probably hers, I guess. As Esther steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. That doesn't work. Anyway, it travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs. Bomb? Oh, of course it's 1939. Reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and for a time Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. Yeah, she's really doing the bare minimum sciencey type stuff here, isn't she? About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. And the teacher, obviously, since she hasn't quite done exactly as the task dictated, has written "See me." So yeah, interesting. That tells you a lot about Sam's personality, though, that she is much more into the sort of creative writing process rather than the science side of things. Okay, rather jaunty music there. Jesus, these are all LPs. Bloody hell, Dad was into his music. Oh, you can almost read some of them. Look at the detail they've put in. Okay, I haven't got anything against the song, but it's going to kind of be quite distracting. Okay, so that's those. Okay, we've got a little mini bar going on here by the looks of it. Okay, what have we got here? Distilled. Okay, Irish whiskey, interesting. Close that. We've got some vodka by the looks of it. Yeah, vodka. What else have we got? Some soda. Not Fanta, of course. Not at all Fanta. And more of the not Dr. Pepper, but yeah. Product placement. Oh, hello. Dad's second book. The Accidental Pariah. I think that was one of the names, or potential names that he was looking at, wasn't it? A message from our future, save the president. That's life once, but within the next 24 hours. Interesting. Okay, so, yeah, his second book. And it says, Dear Mr. Greenbrier. Okay, this is a letter from the publisher. I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Saviour, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It's been a pleasure working with you as your publisher, blah blah blah. Okay, so Daddy's second book did not sell well. I wonder if that's relevant to the fact that there's alcohol put around here, because it would be if you put especially if you imagine pouring your heart and soul in that into a book, and really trying to get it up to you want it to be a success obviously, and for it not to. For the publishers to say no thanks, that would be... You'd feel quite crestfallen after something like that. Oh god, yeah, there's tons of it. Accidental Saviour. Yeah. Oh, read letter. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, hang on. Who's it from? Mary... Shoots? I don't know who that is. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed... having his friend Samantha... Oh, Daniel's mother, Weirdo Daniel. Missed having his friend Samantha... No, hang on. Danny? Who's Danny? Hang on, did we... What?
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Yeah. Sorry, I just checked back there because, yeah, that is Daniel, the weirdo one, yeah. So that's Daniel's mother, okay. It's a bit, I don't know, it's a little bit heartless for her to be like that. Of sort of, I'll talk to him as long as, where was that? Was that in here? Yeah, talk to him as long as he brings the games over. But anyway, Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape. Would the mother really write Street Fighting? Anyway, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit any time. Okay, so yeah, Daniel's mother. Daniel sounds a bit odd anyway. Everyone thinks he's a bit odd, and he's obviously a bit obsessed with violent video games, which is never a good sign. But anyway. Katie, please tell Mum and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Okay. Stuff that's missing. What's missing? Highlighters. Not a lot in there. Oh, I love this. It's just investigating these different things. Hi, Lonnie. Lonnie? Have we met a Lonnie yet? I don't remember a Lonnie. Okay. So if you wanted to come over to my house this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Write back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm going to kick your butt. Get ready. And there's a nice little... I suppose that's supposed to be... underneath, because we saw a reference to Street Fighter earlier, so yeah, okay, interesting. So, Lonnie... Is Lonnie the one that we talked about where it said she wanted to find an excuse to talk to her? Is that the one? Might be the one.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Hey, 6. Let's just see if I can get another 6. I doubt it, but we'll see. Wrong button. Oh well, 10's good enough for me. Anyway, do we read that? Yeah. Yeah, as I say again, like I said in the first note, I don't know, the way she talks about her, I don't know, I do wonder if she's got a little bit of a crush on her. I mean, it's that kind of, if they're kind of mid-teens or whatever. Yes. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mum and Dad. The attic. What? Okay, that must be from Sam, obviously, to us. Okay, the attic. So presumably we're going to have to wander into the attic soon. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it does sound slightly like there's a little bit of something. I don't know. I don't know. I'd say maybe I'm misreading it. She might just be feeling a bit lonely. Who knows? I think that's everything down here, isn't it? Let me just make sure there's nothing in this bin. It's a pencil. No, missed. Can't seem to pick it up. There we go. Keeping the room tidy. Right. Anyway, stop prattling about with the physics and let's get on with it. Yeah, also the fact that all the kids refer to it as Psycho House. What the hell did Oscar do in here? Don't know. Obviously something went wrong, but it's funny that there's no kind of reference really to it. Anyway, right, so we've done in there. So yeah, we've done essentially all of that. Okay, basement is the bit that's locked. And that door's locked. So we've got no choice but to go upstairs, basically. Okay, another lamp coming up, so we shall shed some light on the situation. Controlled burn schedule for Boone County. Oh, scheduled burn. Ah, right, yeah. You see, I used to do a bit of sort of work on Dartmoor, and part of the thing was invasive species management and all that sort of thing, which involved controlled burns to get rid of a lot of dry stuff that had kind of all the kind of dry dead stuff. Oh, my bloody laptop again. And also, yeah, sort of, it helps to regen the area. So yeah, interesting. Oh, and of course, yeah, the mum's connected with the thingy, isn't she? The conservation malarkey. So yeah, so she would be doing that. Interesting. Okay, there we go. So learning more about the mum there. Right. Okay, can we turn the light on? No, apparently not. Oh. Okay, I don't know how you turn that one on. The other one's come on. Anyway, let's see what's in here. Personal calendar. Okay, couples. What does that say? Couples bowling? Bowling? Is that, I think? Anyway, cooking class, ballroom dancing, takeover. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting actually, because you notice after the first week, the couples bowling or couples whatever has been crossed out. The cooking's still there, and the ballroom dancing's been crossed out. But the cooking class is there. Now the cooking class is something she could do on her own. But the other two, ballroom dancing and couples bowling, you would really need to do with the other half. So that, there's a slight suggestion there that maybe all was not well between mum and dad, maybe? Interesting. I wonder. Let's have a little look. Notice of temporary personnel transfer. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest. The overseeing officer at Flintlock, Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. Okay. Okay, so the mum is got some extra staff being sent to her essentially for the burn. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair enough. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if I'm reading that correctly. Again, this is all, this is just inference. It's just, you look at something and you make your own deductions about it. It's sort of, you're playing detective. Again, I could be very wrong. What the hell is this? Bratmobile, Potty Mouth. Okay, for Sam. Okay, so someone's made Sam a mixtape by the looks of it. Way. Hang on, I want to read what these things are. Love Thing, Stab. I thought it said S-Tab, but no, Stab. Cherry Bomb, Throwaway products. Okay, some various... Oh, you're gonna like this one. I think that said you're gonna like this one.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know. I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Okay, now, every note I get, I'm getting more and more vibes that Sam has a bit of a thing for Lonnie there, because, yeah, just the way she talks about her and that, she's got that kind of slightly giggly, very overly happy kind of sound to her voice, like the whole, when you're with somebody that you kind of fancy and you're spending time with them, yeah, I don't know, I could be wrong, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I know, obviously, relationships between girls are different than boys, so I don't know, maybe it's... Anyway, to whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier... You still... Oh, okay, right, so that's just essentially a stroppy letter because her parents are not keen on her going out on her own, and she's obviously going through that rebellious phase. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. Okay, interesting. Right, and then Daniel obviously wants his Nintendo game back, which is kind of only fair enough. Okay, nothing in there. So we pop the light on. This is obviously Sam's room. Nice. Little details like that, because that's exactly the sort of thing that teenagers do. They sort of put little stickers and stuff like that there. That's... Read brochure. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Oh, I see. It's her college enrollment type of thing. To do creative writing. Okay, fair enough. Students are offered full scholarship for their first year. I see. So the teachers are trying to get Sam into a creative writing course. Because yeah, I mean that story she wrote for the other one was quite good actually. Oh, here we go. SNES console. Oh, SNES cartridge even. Adventurous the Cat returns. Whatever that is. I was expecting that to be Street Fighter, to be honest. Oh, Chun-Li moves, nice. So this is from Street Fighter, obviously. So back, hold, yeah, forward punch. Yeah, stop. Nice. So she's got some. She's obviously been practicing so she could beat Lonnie. It's odd as well. I'm just thinking. We've come into the house in this time in the morning. Nobody's about, and the TVs are all on. I mean, that's a bit odd. Also, where is the actual SNES? I mean, there's the cables, the power cable and the component cable. Where's the actual SNES gone? Anyway. What the hell are they? Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, they're magic eyes. I can't do them. Feel free to stare at that and try and work out what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm trying now, but no, I can't do those. I really can't. Feel free to let me know in the comments what the hell these pictures are, because see, people say that you're supposed to kind of go cross-eyed and then move towards it, but that doesn't help at all. Anyway, not me. Anyway, I can't do those. Hang on, let's have a quick look through our drawers. Oh. Cool Schmool Bratmobile. Let's have a look what that is.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, Cool Schmool.
Okay, sorry, that's terrible. I'm not playing that anymore. Okay, we'll leave that down. I don't know whether that was awful. Anyway, right, let's have a look in the closet. I feel kind of bad going through all this stuff actually. Got your number. Bye. Are you going to the dance with anyone? Who's got a crush on you? 3 to 5 left. Laddington. Oh, Laddington. I wonder if that's supposed to be like Waddingtons. Because of course over in the UK we have Waddingtons that make games like Cluedo and stuff. I wonder if that's them. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. What the hell is that? That's quite funky. Actually. Oh! Okay, so even though she's a bit of a, well, sometimes a bit of a rebel, she's still got a copy of that, of the Bible. Interesting. So she holds her family values still close to heart. Mitten. And it's got the old house address on as well. Interesting. Interesting. What was it? I thought oh, hang on. There's two things. What's this? Samantha. S is for special, adorable. Very nice. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Just one of them. What is this? Oh, God. Oh, Captain Allegra again. Nice. Oh, is this something she's written later on? I wonder. Oh, my word. Right, I'll try and read through this quickly, but let me just see. How long is it? Christ. Okay, we're going to have to get through this quickly because we're nearly at half an hour again. Now, King's Labyrinth. Need a quick drink first. The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended into the single shining thread, into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. Dead immortal? How can he be dead immortal? Anyway, king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky... She? Okay, first mate is a she, apparently. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind. Enchanted moths, why not? Leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal sceptre. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I'll draw his attention, and then you—" But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line. "All traced by this invincible thread, of course." Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together?" The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. I'm getting kind of vibes from this as well, but again, I may be reading too much into it. Anyway, the first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his... Wait, no! No! The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs. When the first mate burst through the passageway, she skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running toward the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. There we go, so she's obviously got more writing about her favourite character, Captain Allegra. Anyway, we're going to have to leave it there because that's half an hour. So join me again soon and we'll carry on exploring and find out a bit more about what on earth's going on. I'm sure there's more in this room to find out. So, yeah, take care of yourselves and I shall see you again very soon.